Hello friends, welcome to our beautiful channel Biophilia, the love for biology. Today we will study about biodiversity. Biodiversity is the occurrence of different types of genes, gene pools, habitats and ecosystem in a given region within a given period of time. Our earth is full of different types of animals and plant varieties. There is a great diversification in the types of animals present in the earth. So, all these animals and plants are studied under the group of biodiversity. The biodiversity term was coined by Sir Edward Wilson. Now, biodiversity can be of three main types. Genetic diversity, it is a diversity at the genetic level. For example, there are 50,000 strains of rice and 1,000 strains of mango found in India. In case of species diversity, the diversity is at the species level. For example, the Western Ghats have more amphibian diversity than the Eastern Ghats. Ecological diversity is the diversity at the ecosystem level. For example, India has many forests, rainforests, suburban areas with various type of populations of plants and animals. It is a diversification at the ecosystem level. Now we will study about the global species diversity. According to IUCN report 2014, the total number of plant and animal species is slightly more than 1.5 billion. Whereas Robert May carefully estimated the species diversity and claimed it to be about 7 million. Out of them, more than 70% of all the species are animals and plants constitute the 22%. Insects is the largest group of animals and they occupy 70% of the animal population. That is, out of every 10 animals, 7 are insects. Biodiversity in India. India has global species diversity of 8.1%. It is one of the 12 megadiversity countries of the world. About 45,000 species of plant and 90,000 species of animals have been recorded in India. More than 3 lakh animal species and 1 lakh plants are yet to be discovered. We have a great diversity of animals and plants in our country. Now we will study about the patterns of biodiversity. Tropical regions have more species diversity than temperate or polar areas. When we move from tropic to the south or north pole, the diversity decreases as we move from the tropics to the north pole. The main reason for this great diversity is the long evolutionary time for species diversification, niche specialization, and more solar energy and high productivity in the tropical regions. For example, if we look that the tropical Amazonian rainforest in South America has the greatest biodiversity on the earth. It has 40,000 species of plants, 3,000 species and more than 1,25,000 species of invertebrates. Moreover, if we move from the tropics to the North Pole, we can see the number of bird species also decreases. Like New York has huge number of bird species than if we see that is present in the Atlantic region. Species area relationship is a unique relationship discovered by Alexander von Humboldt. He was a German naturalist and geographer. He observed that within a region, species richness increased with increasing explored area, but only up to a certain limit. He engrossed his studies in an expression of S equals to Ca to the power Z. In the logarithmic form, we can express it as log S equals to log C plus Z log A, where S represents species richness, A is area, C represents y-intercept and Z is slope or regression coefficient. We can plot them and we can get a rectangular hyperbola if we plot the normal expression and a straight line if we plot the logarithmic expression. Now, there is a great biodiversity loss in our ecosystem. We have lost the Sumatran tigers, the pink-headed duck, the dodo bird, and many other amphibian species. The main reasons behind this huge level of biodiversity loss is human infiltration and fragmentation, overexploitation, habitat loss, and co-extinctions. We have probably been passing the sixth largest extinction of the earth. Now, one of the greatest concerns of our this time is how we can conserve biodiversity. Biodiversity should be conserved at all cost because we get various services from the ecosystem. These services are free and are called ecosystem services. Some are like they supply us with oxygen, food products, medicine, wood, and many more. They maintain a balance on the earth. They provide us with an aesthetic feeling. They maintain the CO2 balance. They maintain the global temperature of the earth. Therefore, the biodiversity should be conserved at all cost. Now, we will talk about the methods of conservation. There are several methods of conservation like in situ conservation, ex situ conservation, and many more. The in situ conservation is the conservation of biodiversity in the natural habitat. It includes biodiversity hotspots, biosphere reserve, wildlife sanctuaries, national park, and sacred groves. Jim Corbett National Park was the first national park in. However, the ex situ conservation means conservation of animals in special care units outside their natural habitat. They include zoological parks, botanical gardens, tissue culture, seed banks, and gene banks. Biodiversity is the most important gift of nature. Therefore, we should protect it at all cost. Therefore, students, thank you for joining us in this beautiful session. Please like and subscribe our channel Biophilia, the love for biology. We will meet soon in our next class.